So the Senate announcing a 2-year budget deal, adding roughly $400 billion to the budget. The bipartisan agreement facing an uncertain future in the House where Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi says no deal without a DACA fix on immigration. Kansas Senator Jerry Moran is a Republican on the Appropriations Committee and the Committee on Veterans Affairs. And, sir, I imagine that you are probably relieved, maybe in a way, to have a bipartisan agreement that can get through the Senate.
Well, I am supportive of an agreement that keeps the government functioning. The idea of a shutdown, I think the Democrats learned a week or so ago that certainly the politics of that is not very helpful.
Yeah, that didn't go so well for them.
It did not go well. And it is a reminder that the American people, while we have other issues they want us to focus on, they do think we ought to be able to do the basics, which is to keep the lights on and government functioning on their behalf. And we need to fight out and have debate and conversation about these other things, but don't shut down the government in the process.
It really does show a difference between maybe a possible split between Senator Schumer and Representative Pelosi, because he was there touting the bipartisan agreement on the Senate side, and she, on the House side, is saying, hold on a second, I want some guarantees on a DACA fix. Do you think that the Congress, if you get past the budget deal, that you will deal with an immigration bill this year?
Well, I absolutely believe that. I mean, the Majority Leader of the United States Senate has made that commitment, assuming that his point was, assuming government is not shut down, he will bring a bill on immigration to the Senate floor and have open debate. And in my view, you start with some of the basics of what that policy should be, and then we see where 60 votes would take us, whether it adds something to it or detracts from it. And again, I think that there's no question but what the Senate will have an immigration debate, assuming we pass the CR.
Wanted to run some new polling by you. This will be welcome news for Republicans and the president, certainly. Quinnipiac just out with a poll about a couple of hours ago asking, do you approve or disapprove of the Republican tax plan? Up to 39%. You can see it's steadily growing. From December, it was back at 26%. Is that reflective of what you're hearing from constituents in Kansas?
You know, I'm in Kansas every week. It is a conversation. We certainly have people who are detractors from the president's agenda, but many Kansans have come to me to thank me for my vote in support of the tax bill. And I think the message is that, look, we've had a stagnant economy. What this tax bill is about is more jobs, better jobs, higher paying jobs, more stable jobs, secure jobs. And nothing works in the absence of a person and a family being able to earn a living and keeping that money for the benefit of their children, for their retirement, for just getting by and paying the every day, every month bills. And I'm glad to see that the polling suggests what I've seen, which is there is support for this end of this stagnation, this doing nothing, this economy that is
moving.
just not moving.
Yeah.